welcome back to A Life of Words. This is a YouTube channel that is dedicated to the words that help us navigate life as messy humans and figure it out along the way. I have been journaling for some 20 years now, and I think that it's one of the ways that can really help us to navigate the paths that we're forging as we're working and progressing down them. And I've been hosting online workshops for the last 3 years, and I would like to bring what I have shared, some of the questions, the prompts, the spaces, and the methods that I've come up with you. This channel isn't just about learning how to do things. It's not just about consumption, but co-creation. Let's get into it and do it now. Let's not just be good students who hide in research. Let's actually get stuck into the doing. So grab yourself a pen and the journal and let's get started. So I actually didn't think I was going to end up making this video today. And now I realize a few hours later, it is the perfect day to make this video. Because I've already had a bit of a cry this morning. And instead of surrendering the whole day to a mood, I decided to make something of it and do the thing that I wanted to do. I'd put aside today to make a few videos for this channel. And so that's what I'm going to do. And this ties in quite nicely for me to the first how to journal video that I'm going to bring to you, which is the 3 prompts that I return to time and time and time again. They are my everyday prompts, and I actually call them my anchor prompts. They're the ones that I can always come back to, that are always there. And even if I don't know what to write, I write about those 3 things. And if I write about nothing else at all, I write about those 3 things. So what are anchor prompts? Anchor prompts are a series of prompts that ground you and you can always return to. They are self-determined, so you're going to decide what your anchor prompts are. I find it really useful sometimes to have a series of prompts that I can return to each time I open up my journal, and they kind of help me to see the ebb and flow of life. Like, same questions could be a different answer every single day. My 3 anchor prompts that I always come back to are mind, body, and sleep. I know that for me, those 3 things have the biggest impact on my day and kind of tell me how to navigate my day based on them. So I noticed that they're just each one word. They're not even questions, full questions, but they are prompt enough to help me think about those things and how they're going to influence that day. So if I was to answer about sleep, I might not even write a sentence. I might write 5 out of 10 if it was a 5 out of 10 sleep with like multiple wake ups and I wasn't really in deep sleep. And then I might use that 5 out of 10 to then write a bit more. So I might say, oh, 5 out of 10, and I've got this, this, and this on today. I actually think like that third thing can come off the list because I don't have the energy for it, or can I rearrange meeting up with this person because I'm really tired, or I know that I need to do this thing first because I'm running on minimal energy. Body has been a really useful one to journal on today because I'm in the winter of my cycle and it's data and it's information to pay attention to. So I'm like, makes sense why there were tears this morning, right? Okay, got you. And it's just, again, it's just information that can help me navigate my day. Now, I'm a morning journaler, so that's why my prompts include sleep. Um, you may journal in the evening, or you may journal just, I don't know, at lunchtime. And it depends, I guess, on when you journal as to what prompts you might like. But sometimes I substitute mood for sleep if I'm not journaling in the morning. But I find that they're always, it's always really useful. I might journal about how I'm feeling in my body. So when I woke up this morning, I'd been emotionally eating the night before. So I'm like, oh, okay, body feels bloated. Maybe I need to feed you some greens today. It helps me be aware of how I need to be a bit more compassionate with myself throughout the day, or maybe know if today might be a bit harder to navigate. So when I'm journaling on my third prompt, which is mind, it can be whatever is on my mind when I wake up. Sometimes I use it as a bit of like a mind dump just to get things out. It might be a brainstorm of thoughts because then I might wake up with loads rather than sentences. It might be bullet points. I like these three because it feels like they lend themselves just to like bullet pointed lists where I don't necessarily have to be fully cohesive, but I still get the things out, hear myself, know what's going on in my brain that day. Yeah, when I tend to write about my mind, I'll write words that feel important when I wake up. I might write about things that are going on. I might even write to-do list ideas. Oh, if I've woken up and I'm immediately thinking of doing. But yeah, that's it. Those are mine. Mind, sleep, and body. And every time I come to my journal, I write about those things and I find it really useful because then you might be able to track, okay, what did I write this time last month? And are there any trends? What did I write this time last week? And have things changed? And what I like with things like this, that they kind of do build or breed a consistency no matter how often you do them. It lets me know that things change. We can only be in one moment at a time, right? We're living in the present moment. But the time when I wrote that yesterday was a present moment. And it just shows me how, even particularly when if I have woken up and I'm not having the best morning, or I do wake up with lots in my head immediately before I've even taken my head off of the pillow, my thoughts are already going. Being able to flip back through pages, it is a written evidenced reminder that even if feel like I'm very, very stuck in a moment, things change. And that in itself is a comfort. So I reckon that's enough talking. I want these to be quick videos that you can realistically fit into your days. So I'm going to leave a little bit of time and space for me to journal on mind, body, sleep, because I haven't actually done that so far. I was too busy crying. Um, and I'm going to leave a little bit of time for you to think of maybe what your three mini prompts might be that matter to you, your three little like check-in points that you can come back to, and also to actually write about them. You can borrow mine if you like. You can take mine until you figure out some of your own, but let's use a few minutes to either come up with your prompts and write on them, or you can use mine and just check in with yourself. I hope that you enjoyed taking that moment out for yourself to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear in the comments below what prompts you've come up with for yourself if you care to share. And I hope you enjoyed that and it might have sort of reframed a little bit for you the idea of journaling. It doesn't always have to be this big, laborious thing that you're dedicating a whole morning to. These are just tiny little check ins, and they make it feel accessible and like something I want to do because I've come up with them. And if you enjoyed this space for co creation and taking time out to hear what you have to say, I would love if you subscribed for more journal prompts and spaces to do it.